Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to continue with another chapter from the Haunted Library book, the one I was reading before. So today is going to be chapter 10, Thinking. We forgot to ask Andrea whether or not she was going to cancel the Halloween party, Claire said. She and Maddie stood on the underground platform waiting for their bus. Kaz hoovered inside the water bottle that hung from Claire's shoulder. I didn't forget to ask her, Maddie said. You know how sometimes you want to ask your parents something and you know that if you ask today, they will say no. But if you wait until tomorrow, they might say yes. Claire nodded. That's how I felt about asking Andrea about the Halloween party, Maddie said. Kaz was so worried about little John, he would forgotten all about the Halloween party. Tomorrow might be a better day to ask, Maddie said, as long as nothing else happened at the library tonight. A bus pulled up, but the girls didn't get on it. Cass watched it drive away into one of the tunnels. Wait, Cass thought, peering into the tunnel. Where exactly does that tunnel go? He knew we went under a bunch of downtown buildings, but which ones? David, the reference librarian, told Claire and Maddie there wasn't anything under the library. But maybe he meant there were not any buildings under there? Could there be a transit tunnel? Hey Claire, Cass called from inside the bottle. Do you know where these tunnels go? If there was a transit tunnel under the library, maybe a ghost could get to it if he swam all the way through the concrete. In which case, little John might be in one of these tunnels. Claire, Cass called, louder this time. Where do these tunnels go? Do they go under the library? But it had gotten noisy on the platform. Claire couldn't hear. Cass calling to her. The bus stopped in front of Claire and Maddie, and this time they got on. They tromped to the back of the bus and plopped down in the middle of the last bench. Cass thought about the ghost that passed through the bus yesterday. If little John was in the tunnel, maybe he would pass through the bus like those other ghosts did. If he did, Cass didn't want little John to miss him. He started to pass through Claire's water bottle. What are you doing? Claire asked. I'm not doing anything, Maddie said. I didn't mean you, Claire whispered as two ladies in front of them turned to look. Now that he had Claire's attention, Cass asked, do you know if this tunnel goes under the library? If so, little John could be in the tunnel or on a bus. I don't know, Claire said. She turned to her cousin. Do you know if the transit tunnel goes under the library? Betty shrugged. No idea, she said, pulling out her phone. But we can look for a map on our phones once we are through the tunnel. Can you look now? Cass asked. If the tunnel did run under the library, he would quickly get off the bus and go try to find his brother. Claire shook her head. We can't get online in the tunnel, only on the underground platform, she said. Cass groaned. He could see daylight up ahead. The bus was coming out of the tunnel. He wouldn't be able to get off the bus now. Claire and Maddie bent over their phones, searching for a map of the transit tunnels. Got it, Claire said, zooming in with her fingers. Maddie leaned toward Claire and Cass tried to see between them. No, Maddie said. They're close. The library over here. She touched a spot on Claire's phone, but the transit tunnel is over there. It's like half a block away. So much for that idea. That night, Claire and Maddie carved pumpkins. Aunt Beth helped Claire carve a funny face in one of those pumpkins. Maddie used a pattern to poke holes and cut a design in the other one. Claire couldn't tell what the design was until the Maddie finished. It was a witch on a broomstick with a full moon behind her. That looks nice, Claire said. Thanks, Maddie said, picking up her pumpkin. Let's go outside and see how they look in the dark. Not when to be left behind. Cass shrank down, and passed through Claire's water bottle. Claire grabbed her bottle and her pumpkin and followed Maddie out onto the front porch. Maddie lit the candles inside the pumpkins. Then the girls climbed down the steps so they could see them glowing from the sidewalk. They look good, Maddie Claire declared. Scary, but not too scary, Claire said. Claire and Maddie sat down on the bottom step. Claire set her bottle down beside her. I hope we can find little John, Maddie said, stretching out her legs on the sidewalk. I hope you and Cass don't have to go back to Hoa without him. Cass felt something catch in his throat. He didn't even want to think about that possibility. I hope we can find him too, Claire said. We've actually got two mysteries to solve, the mystery of who messed up the children's center and the mystery of what happened to little John. But I have a feeling those two mysteries are related. They both involve ghosts, Maddie said. Yes, Claire agreed. So let's start at the beginning. She didn't have her notebook, so she just talked. You heard a ghost crying in the library, dumbwaiter, before I even got here. We found out there really was a ghost, but we never found out why he was crying. Your ghost friend found him and chased him through the floor in the parking garage, Maddie said, picking up her story. Then one of them got lost too. So if you find the ghost from the dumbwaiter, we will find little John, Cass said. Not necessarily, Claire said. Not necessarily what? Maddie asked. Cass thinks that if we find the ghost from the dumbwaiter, we will find his brother, Claire explained. But little John may have lost that ghost somewhere under the parking garage. Cass groaned. So what about the mess in the children's center? Maddie asked. It could have been ghost, but I have to tell you, Claire, I have been wondering if Lynette did it. Lynette? Claire looked surprised. She's a librarian. Why would a librarian throw all those books on the floor? Little John said the same thing when Cass suggested that maybe Lynette did it. Cass didn't have an answer to that question, but Maddie did. Maybe she did it to get Andrea to cancel the Halloween party? She said someone who works at the library might know where to stand so they don't get caught on the camera. Claire said thoughtfully. I can't think of another suspect. Cass wailed inside the bottle. Remember that guy from the fish market? He was in the library today. Claire picked up the bottle. Why is he a suspect? She asked as she and Maddie peered in at Cass. We know he likes to play tricks on people. Cass wailed. Maybe he pushed the books off the shelves with a stick? Like how he used the stick to make the weird fish jump up, Maddie asked. Yes, Cass wailed. How would he know where to stand so he wouldn't be on the video? Claire asked. It doesn't work at the library. Plus, wouldn't you see the stick in the video? Depends on the stick, Maddie said. The security guard could have told him where to stand, Cass wailed. I saw them talking. They acted like boyfriend and girlfriend. Really? Maddie said. That's interesting. Maybe they were in on it together. Why? Claire asked. Why would a library security guard and a guy who works at the fish market want to mess up the children's center? I don't know, Maddie said. Cass didn't know either. But I don't know why ghosts would mess up the children's center either, Claire said, resting her elbows on her knees. The girls were quiet for a few minutes, each lost in her own thoughts. Then Maddie said, Hey Claire, if you looked at the video, would you be able to see a ghost on it? Claire thought for a minute. Maybe, she said. Then we should go back to the library and ask the security guard to show us a video, Maddie said. Good idea, Claire said. Ghost or not, maybe we'll see something on the video that everyone else missed. Sounds like a plan, Cass wailed. Alright guys, I'm concluding this chapter. It's finished. So next time I will come up with another chapter, chapter 11, The Underground. Till then, take care, bye, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and push on the notification button. Thank you.